Hello, everyone. This is your coach, Geeta Dubey. And today we'll be talking about another secret, and it is going to be for marketing. And I hope you find some valuable tips from it. And let's get started. So let's talk about the 5 important marketing secrets or the strategies. So what are those? So number one, figure out the target audience. Yes, this is going to be a very important one because you need to know who are you selling your product or your services to, right? So you don't want to generalize it that I'm selling it to all. That won't work for you. Number two, define the business goals. So this is also so important that some people, when they have an idea, they just like to jump into it, doing something about it. But I think before you do that, you must have some business goals to go along with it. Number three, understanding the marketing trends. So without understanding what your basically competitors are doing or what your market is, you should not get into deeply into overspending on something which you are not aware of, right? So I'll talk more in details about it. Number four, add a unique selling point. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one, that you have to have a unique selling point because you have to show your clients or customers that you are offering them something very different from others. And number fifth, create content for the buyers at different stages of their journey. So as you are evolving in your journey as a business owner or as a coach, they are also evolving as the customers. So we'll talk more about in details. So number one, figure out your target audience. Now, what does that really mean? That really literally means that determining the target audience is a crucial aspect of your marketing strategy. It is one of the fundamental principles for the marketers to adhere to while shaping up a successful strategy. After determining the target audience, you need to figure out their expectations for a new marketing strategies. You can also create a buyer's persona according to your target market. Even though buyer personas are undervalued, they can serve as a root of all your targeting marketing decisions. Buyer personas are also useful for analyzing potential opportunities and focusing on the relevant marketing efforts. Now, this is an important one because either you just go out and do the regular targeting of your audiences, let's say the different criterias you can pick from, like age, demographics, language, whatever your product or services are. Either you can do it that way, or you can have a buyer's persona, that what is exactly they are looking forward to as a product or as a service. So whichever works for you, but definitely do a detailed research when you do that. So number two, define a business goal. So before you start strategizing your marketing plan, basically, you need to have a clear vision of your business goals. Your business goals include where you desire to take your company. So some people say, I'll go as along, like they don't want to plan ahead. They don't want to do that. But I think that's not the right way to deal with it. You must write down your business goals, and especially do it in the form of years, like 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. It also includes the company's values because that's how your customers perceive your brand, right? So you have to have very clear vision and values with it. You need to ensure that your goals are SMART, which means they're specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So we keep repeating this. I'm a big advocate of SMART method, and I think this is the most time and again proven method which has worked for so many people. So I think you should not undermine this method at all. Just try and keep doing it. Suppose you wish to increase your sales by 10% by end of the next quarter. It shows that you have a specific, measurable, and time bound. So you must put a timeline to it, because you should not just say that I need to increase my sales and that should go long way, or it doesn't have any time bound to it. So never ever do that. And if the time comes and still if you're not able to achieve your results, that's fine. Redefine it again. And next set of, smart method. So just keep doing it. So it can also attainable and realistic. It has to be realistic. I mean, you cannot just go out and say, all right, I would like to do this and this should work out for me. It doesn't work like that, correct? So it should be very realistic goal. And of course, according to your goal, efforts, and other factors, you need to reevaluate whenever that goal finishes or the timeline finishes. Number 3, understand the market trends and your competitors. Yeah, right. So we really need to know our competitors very, very well and always remember their names in your mind. And that's what we'll be talking about in this slide. So what does this say? It says that knowing that your competitors are doing what your competitors are exactly doing, it's very, very empowering. It will have a huge impact on your marketing efforts, right? Directing all your marketing strategies toward LinkedIn won't be of much help. And I said that because most of my clients, I keep telling them, like, go to LinkedIn, find out more. But sometimes just using LinkedIn won't work for you, right? If all your competitors are find success from Instagram, then you have to move your strategy to Instagram. It's simple, right? When you know that what others are doing, you will have a fair idea of where to start. So you can start with one social media platform, which I always tell my clients, but you need to see what other people are doing. So you have to make a strategy around that, especially when you're dealing with social media, okay? You will also need to acquaint yourself with the trends in the current market, because with what's trending today might not be in the news the next day. So you have to know what is really going on the current days, because as you see, if you miss the wagon, so tomorrow you might not even see the wagon anymore, right? So awareness of the latest trends ensures that you are able to stay at par with your competitors or even overtake them. So this is an important one, because some people say, oh, I look at my social media platforms or my competitors' social media platforms once in a month. But I would highly encourage you, because see, and you can do it any time of the day. Let's say you're about to go to the bed in the night, just peek into it. You don't have to do details about it. Like something might pop up to you. So that's why I keep saying, like, just spend not more than 30 minutes into it, and you can do it. Market awareness will also ensure you that you are able to develop more detailed understanding of your customers, because you need to know what your customers are trying to expect from the product you're offering or the services you're offering. Add a unique selling point. And what does that mean? That means that describe your products in a way that creates more appealing to your customers, right? So you have to describe it in such a way it's more appealing to your customers. You need to highlight the benefits or what benefits your customers will be getting from using your products or services, correct? Customers love products or services that solve some of their pain points. I remember I talked to you about in my previous slides of sales strategies, pain points. Yeah, so just do talk about that when you're selling your products or services. You always need to be mindful of the competition while formulating your marketing strategy. Remember that several other companies are selling products or the services similar to yours. Customers will always be looking for specific reasons to choose your brand over the other competitors. And one thing I want to add it over here, be very authentic and passionate when you're doing that. So that also shows to your customers, like when you're offering any product or services, right? So be compassionate, just feel that what you want to help them with. All right. So this is where the USP of your products comes into play, which is unique selling point will make your products and services special and make the audience choose from them. Perform extensive competitor analysis to determine what to offer and what your competitors are doing. So this is an important one. This is talking about the offer here, specifically what is going to be your price point and how you can attain a optimum price point, and which is going to be very, very important as you go along when you are doing your business, because price point plays such an important role. What your competitors are doing, and they're also probably doing research on you. So just play around with it and try to find a price point which is not on the higher side or not on the too lower side. So you have to work around that formula, which I offer in my ADTP program, and it's a detailed one. So you can make out what pricing you should be showing on your products and services. Number 5. So create a content for buyers at different stages of their journey, right? So we always talk about like what content we should be creating. This is all now talking about social medias, right? So planning content is also part of our marketing efforts. As you all know, marketing strategy includes content creation as well. So you determine what type of content you will post and where. So choose few of the social media handles or platforms and start posting them and see what responses you get. If you're getting your positive responses, go ahead and keep doing it. But if you don't see a positive response from the people who are coming, then you should change your content, correct? You can experiment with the types of content, photos, videos, blogs, how-to guides, long-form educational content, and more. You can also post it on different platforms, including social media, guest blogs, company blogs. And these days, I think one of the good stuff which everybody's like planning to experiment with is podcast. Podcast is one of the popular ones where people like to come on the screen and talk about themselves. It might include your image. If you're image conscious, it might not. So that way you can also get started off. You need to go deeper in finding out the type of content you wish to post on different platforms. So one thing I would say, a word of caution here, please pay attention to this. So don't just copy and paste and just follow what other person is doing. Don't ever do that. Add your unique, it could be a color, it could be a signature, whatever you need to use it to your post. Because if you keep doing that, people will get attracted to that and they will see the consistency on it, and that will help you to build your online followers, correct? So always remember to plan your content calendar well in advance, including topics, piece, outline, publishing domain. Every piece of content needs to be target customers in different segments of the buying cycle, right? So we have to be careful. So always remember that start from the very beginning, sit down, take your time, don't rush into it. So plan your post. Let's say start with the post. So see what you want to do with it. And of course, you have the analysis from your competitors, so you can put all together and see what exactly do you want. Because let's say your competitor has different colors which they like to use in their post, but your personal color, the one you like, is different. So go with that. So let there be some authenticity what you are doing, correct? So you must do that. And that goes a long way as well. I keep saying that, add your signature to it whichever way you want to add, right? So that really, really, really helps. So with that, that was the end of the session today, which I talked to you about all the marketing strategies and, in other words, secrets, right? I hope you enjoyed today's session. Please subscribe and press like button to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get more notifications. And you can always check me out on other social media platforms as well. And hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll be coming back with more business, life, and motivational tips. Thank you so much.